Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a quick DIY maintenance on our 2005 F-350 with a 6.0 power stroke in it. That is right, not rocket science, it's basic maintenance, and with all the vehicles around here, I just get everything changed every 5,000 miles on the 5,000 mile marker. A little different last year, we had the injector problems, so I've only put about 1,000 miles on the oil that's in there, but it was changed out to an oil that I don't typically use. So we're just going to start off and put our Shell Rotella T6 back in here. That's what I use on pickup, the Bobcat, kind of the heavier duty diesel stuff, and got our good old fram oil filter. We're just going to get into it. Pretty simple. Of course, gotta have a good old Diet Coke for doing this, right? Or cold snack of your preference. Now, sitting on top of here is your oil filter housing. Really easy to get to. And if you've got one of those little step ladders to get up and over, even better. I don't. I have a step stool over here. We'll see if I get that. But I have a 36 mil socket just for this use. It's shallow. And it allows us to easily get that off. There's our filter. We're just going to let him sit and drain. I was just out running errands most of the morning, so all the oil is nice and warm and ready to flow right out into my pan below. And, well, you're not going to get down there very well, but at least with the pickup, I don't need to jack it up, so I don't need jack stands or a jack. I can just grab my creeper and go right under that. Big old thing. It's factory, there's no extra lift on it, so this really makes things easier, a lot safer. Let's figure out what size is on that. Alrighty, behind you on the computer, I actually have a text file for each one of our vehicles, whether it's this thing, the wife's Outback, the X5, just to give kind of a maintenance history, oil changes, tires, brakes, oil filter type, air filter, torque specs for the basic things. That's really helpful to have, at least for me. Quick reference, so I'm not digging around looking for manuals in the glove box or searching stuff online. Just a really quick reference point. And I can figure out very easily, I need a 3/4 inch socket. So we're gonna go down underneath, pull that drain plug out, and again, I'm not gonna bring you down there because it's dark, and you won't be able to see it anyways. And while we wait for that to dry, let's take a quick moment and talk about the Super Clean giveaway we've got going on. Check it out. Hey gang, we're gonna cut into the video real quick here with an announcement from our friends over at Super Clean. We've got a giveaway. All you've gotta do, drop a comment below in the video from now until Memorial Day weekend and leave a comment. More information below in the description, but it's pretty simple. Like I said, like the video, drop a comment. You can be entered to win a can of the aerosol cleaner and a bottle of their regular spray cleaner. Now, I've got a handful of other products here as well that I've been using for quite a while, even prior to doing YouTube. Wheel cleaner. After a good Minnesota winter here, your wheels and tires need a good cleaning. Get all that brake dust off of them. It's been building up all winter. The regular cleaner, I've got a gallon jug of it because let's face it, stuff's kind of a mess around here. And probably one of my favorite products they have is the floor absorbent. And really, this is a lot easier. Shake some of this on your spill versus trying to carry around a big bag of cat litter. This is probably one of the favorite things that I go through the most of around here because let's face it, everything leaks. So again, all you've got to do, drop a comment, like the video, and we will pick a winner after the Memorial Day weekend, and the team over at Super Clean will go ahead and send you out a couple of these goodies to add to your arsenal in the garage. Thanks for watching. Back to the video. Alrighty, so like I said, check below in the description for details, but between now and Memorial weekend, like a video and comment on it. You're going to be entered into the drawing, and we'll randomly pick a name out, maybe label fish in a barrel, maybe pick a name out of a hat, maybe have my kid run around and do something. I don't know. But we'll randomly pick a winner so it's fair, and you'll get some good Super Clean goodies. I've actually been using Super Clean before I had a YouTube channel, and they've got great products, and I want to thank them for helping out with this video and getting some great products to you guys too. So let's get back to this. We've got our oil filter housing loose. We've got our new filter here. We have our new O-ring that goes around the oil filter cap. And instructions. Who needs those? Not me. So, go ahead and pull this. Let me get that box because I'm going to need that. Or a box. And a towel. Here we go. Okay, now I'm back. Pull the filter and housing out. Also a good opportunity just to check and see if you see any shiny knotties in here, which are going to be indications of other bad things going on in the engine. I don't. I've never seen any shinies in a filter, so that's always a promising thing. Anyways, pull off the old one. Pretty simple. Cap. And this can be disposed of when you recycle your oil. Luckily, I have a neighbor that has a waste oil heater, and I've got a 20-gallon jug over there, so I take all of my spent oil up to him, and he burns that for his shop heat in the wintertime, and I don't have to go to the store and recycle it. Alright, so now you've got your cap. I've got a little metal pick. You can use your finger if you wanted to, or a small screwdriver, but the important thing is get off the old O-ring. Toss that, and the new O-ring. Take my gloves off. A little bit of ASMR for you. Anyways, you take a little bit of oil, get it on this new O-ring because you don't want to put this on dry and potentially risk breaking it or tearing it. Doesn't take a lot of oil, just a little bit. A little dab will do you. All right, that's how it goes. And then, if you can see, there is the channel here. If I can focus, there we go. This channel here is where the O-ring goes. Oftentimes people will have oil leaks because they'll leave it stuck in one of the threads, and the cap won't be seated and tightened down properly, or they'll run it up into this area here, and again, that's not the right place. So right in here is where we want it to go. We'll just put it on, slide it over, and there we go. Easy as that. Take our new filter, push it on, just like that. We can go and set it back on in the filter housing. Push it down until it catches. Of course, now my hands are dirty. I'm going to put them back in my gloves because that makes sense. And we can tighten that down. And I think over here on my computer I have a torque setting for it. Let me look. Alrighty, I've got the torque wrench. The oil filter housing is 18 pounds and the oil pan nut is 32. So we're going to go ahead and just tighten this down here quick. A lot of people don't actually use a torque wrench, but I'm going to because I can. And just a hair past. Not a big deal, but there we go. I'm going to go down, put in the oil pan plug, and come back up. Alrighty, we've got that done. Let's look down here at the big pile of oil. Now this has only about 1,000 miles on it, maybe a little more, and it looks black. Alrighty, so that looks pretty dark for only being about 1,000 miles on it, but so be it. It sat over the winter, and as long as we get roughly 15 quarts of oil out of here, we can put about 15 quarts of oil back in. So I don't really see anything leaking terribly. The bottom of the engine, the oil pan is dry. A little bit of oil from, I think, the valve cover gasket on the driver's side, which is where we had work done last fall. So hopefully that is not a new leak and it's just damp because it's an old pickup. I don't see anything else really burning or actively dripping anywhere. So there we go. Good reminder, this is a good opportunity to go through and make sure all of your Zerk fittings are greased on your knuckles, your drive line, all of that stuff. It's kind of a good thing to keep in mind. So I'm going to try and not step in my 3 gallons of oil, and let's put some new oil into it. Sometimes folks will want to drop oil down the oil filter housing itself. I've done that in the past. Today I just happened to put the filter back in before I put oil in it. So we're going to dump it right down the fill tube. I've got a pile of funnels over here for oil, for hydraulic fluid, for the Bobcat. Just try not to mix up fluids if I can help it. Funnels are cheap. And if you think I'm going to try and Bluetooth 3 gallons of oil in that little hole, you're sadly mistaken. So, we've got our Rotella T6 540. Guaranteed 15 years or 500,000 miles. I don't know if they intend to have this in the vehicle for 500,000 miles, but hey, yeah. I've been using this in here for quite a while. Actually got a buddy that works for Shell. Not sponsored, no kickbacks, just figure he's a stand-up guy and he's not going to work for a company with bad products. Of course, I also like the Shell brand because I thought I started singing the straight to song coming back from daycare, so now we say we're going straight to Shell instead of straight till the other, that word. So we've got our oil in here, and I was actually kind of stupid, and I'm about half of a gallon short in more ways than one, I guess. So we've got to grab one more gallon of our Rotella, but I'm sure you can figure out what's going to happen. I put another half a gallon in here, and we're done. So one thing I do notice is after a fresh oil change, everything in the engine just seems to run a little quieter. Injectors, everything is just a little less ticky and clacky. Maybe it's just me and my brain thinking it is. But a good old fresh oil change won't hurt anything, and be good to go. Again, it's that simple. It's a big truck, but it's not hard. It's actually easier than BMW in the Outback because, well, I don't have to jack it up or anything. So if you got a topside pump, may work. I haven't used it on this thing, but that might work. But again, it's so high you don't need to jack it up. You just slide under there, pull the plug, and you're done. So that's going to wrap this one up. A pretty quick, simple DIY you can do at home. You don't really need any special tools. The only thing I actually purchased special was this 36 mil head for that oil filter. People, they'll use a vice grip, a channel locks. Maybe you've got a 36-inch regular socket at home for it. Just fine. Just be careful you don't strip that out because that is plastic. Otherwise, that's it. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe below if you haven't. Again, we've got the contest going on until Memorial Day weekend, and get yourself entered for some great super clean products. Again, we'll see you in the next video. Not sure what's coming up next, but we're kind of working our way through maintenance on this for our yearly maintenance or spring maintenance. So we'll see what comes up next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.